Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 4 ways that I have mentally prepared to lose weight. And if you apply these things to your life, you will have great success on your journey. And I'm talking about changing your lifestyle. I'm talking about changing your relationships. I'm talking about healing and thriving. I'm talking about anything that you set out to do for your life. These are going to be 4 ways that you mentally prepare for that journey. And I'm going to share with you how I have applied these things to my life and how I've lost 20 pounds in 6 weeks using compounded tirzepatide medication and habit changing and lifestyle changes. Okay. If you don't know me, I'm Coach Kofia. I help women heal and thrive emotionally after any type of breakup or divorce. I'm also seeing the similarities in healing and thriving in my relationship, being addicted to food. And so let's jump into these tips, right? So the first thing that you want to do is you want to first mentally prepare. And what do I mean by mentally prepare? I mean that you need to make a decision and not a choice. You're making a decision when you cut off any other option. A choice is picking between one thing or another thing or another thing. You have to literally make a decision before you fully understand and know all of the steps that's needed to carry out. You have to eliminate your plan B. The second thing that you want to do is you want to decide why you're doing something. So put here that you want to pull from your pain. The reason that I am on this weight loss journey, the reason I'm on this fitness journey is because I remember what it was like being a little kid. And I remember what it's like being in middle school and people would make fun of me and people would talk about me. And I remember being so humiliated by the girls that I just wanted them to like me. They didn't. And they joked around and talked bad about me. And to my face, not even realize it until later that they were joking and talking about me to my face. And so I do that. I am doing this so that my daughters who are 12, 10, and 6 do not have to experience this. I am doing this so that I can learn the things that I need to know, that I can, not just for myself, but so that I can pass it down to them to eliminate pain that they don't have to go through. There's enough things in life that's going to throw them. I want them to be fully prepared. That is the reason why I'm doing this. That is the reason for the investment. That is the reason that I have to do it now. And so finding your why means pulling from the pain. What is ultimately the pain that you have experienced that you want to stop or eliminate or really just not go back to? What is that pain? And write that down. And it's going to come in handy when you feel discouraged and you feel like not going on, and when you feel like making choices that don't not line up to that. Remember the pain and remember your why, right? And so that's why people always talk about, like, you need to have a really deep and you really strong why. Well, what they really mean is you need to have a why that is attached to an emotional experience that prevents you, that shakes you to make different choices, right? Sometimes people call me when they feel like they're about to give up, because I have the ability by God to shake them and give them a different perspective to make them make the decisions that they want to make for their life. And so you have to find, what is your why? What is that pain that I need to pull from? Okay. Number 3 is you want to get a visual in your mind of who you'll become. Right. And so God has given us our imagination, and what we don't realize is how powerful it is. We know how to use our imagination because we've used our imagination to drum up all the visuals of what it's going to look like in the worst case scenario. Well, that's not the way God designed for you to use it. Your imagination was designed to give you a visual picture so that by faith you can walk in that direction. So what is the visual picture that you want to experience in your future? And it's going to take you some time to really get skilled and to be able to put yourself in that frame of mind. Use your imagination to really get a visual of the plan and purpose that God has called for you. So if that's for you to be healthy and fit, imagine yourself healthy and fit. Imagine yourself being able to do cartwheels, because that's one of my goals. Imagine yourself being able to run, do fast races with your kids. Whatever that goal is that you have for your life, visualize. Take time spending with yourself and with God and draw that picture up in your mind. And that's going to come in handy because your mind and your brain, the way it was designed, is going to start to work in that direction. Okay. And the last thing that I want to share with you, number 4, is you need to build a system of accountability. What does that look like? That means who, what, when, where, and how. Who are you checking in with? Somebody that you respect. Likely times it may be somebody that you need to pay for their interaction, because once the word of God says that our heart follows our pocket. Where your treasure is, that's where your heart is. And so when we put our money somewhere, we know that our heart will soon to follow that. And so when I say you need to get accountability with somebody that you respect and you need to pay for, when you pay for something, you begin to take it more seriously. And so it's not necessarily that that person has the answer. It's not even necessarily that your money has the answer or that they need your money. It's what it does to you on the inside. That transaction transforms you because you now made an investment in yourself. It's not in the other person. You said, I'm taking myself seriously at this point. And so you want to figure out, who are you checking in with? Who are you being accountable to? Who is not going to pacify you? Who is not going to let you get off without coming up with an answer as to why you didn't do what you said you were going to do? Right? Then you need to figure out, okay, what is it exactly that they're holding me accountable to? What is my clearly defined goals, and not just goals, but what are my clearly defined actions that I am committing to? Right? Because one waters, one sows, and God brings the increase. So the results don't always come up to us, but we can determine the input that we put in. So am I supposed to be walking every single day? Am I doing weight training 4 days a week? Am I tracking my food goals? And then who is the person that's going to help me? They're going to be able to look at this stuff and say, hey, listen here, why you didn't do what you said you was going to do? Right? And then when are you checking in with them? Is that creating a YouTube channel and saying, I'm going to check in with my people every single Friday, let them know what I weighed in at, what my goal, what I achieved this past week, and then how I'm going to do that going forward. You have to know yourself enough to know what is the accountability that you need. And sometimes it starts with someone else holding you accountable, teaching you the skills so that you can begin to hold yourself accountable. Okay. And then where is that going to be? Are y'all on the phone? Are you online? Where are they holding you accountable at? And then how is that? Did you give them permission to check you? Did you give them permission to call you to the carpet? Right? Is this person able to have courageous conversations? And is this person bold enough to be able to speak the truth to me in love, right? In an effort to shake me so that I can do what I've been called to do and I can actually carry out. These are the 4 things that have helped me lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks on tirzepatide, and changing and becoming the version of me that I saw in my head, that I knew I could be, that I am very confidently doing in my business and in my coaching. And so if that is something that you need accountability on, reach out to me. Send me a text message, 81601. Text me the word accountability and let's have a chat. Let's have a talk to see how I can best support and encourage and hold you accountable, and what that looks like for your goals and your future. I hope that you have enjoyed this. Definitely like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments below an action that you want to take. Go be great by what? Mastering what's on your plate. We'll talk soon. Bye.